Two words changed how a 45-year-old VP showed up every single day in the boardroom, at home, in the mirror. Not a new job, not a new routine, two words. I'm Dr. Tora Brown, organizational psychologist, and today we're talking about the most underestimated lever in living your best life: identity. Let's get into it. There's something I've learned after 15 plus years working with high achieving women, and it's your behavior always follows your identity. Always. If you see yourself as a busy executive who never has time, you will find evidence for that every single day. Your schedule will confirm it, your choices will reinforce it. But when you shift your identity, even subtly, your decisions start to shift with it. And this is the T in best: truth. And the truth is, most of us are living inside identities we outgrew years ago. So today, I'm giving you 3 steps to make a meaningful identity shift. And yes, we're going to talk about those 2 words. Are you ready? So step 1, you need to rename your role from busy executive to architect of a life I love. The 2 words: life architect. Not VP, not director, not mom, manager, or whatever title you've been carrying. The 2 words and your new title: life architect. And here's why this matters. The word architect implies intention, design, choice. An architect doesn't just react to whatever materials show up on the job site. She has a vision, a blueprint, and she makes deliberate decisions about what goes where. When one of my clients, a 45-year-old VP of finance, adopted this identity, she said something I'll never forget. Dr. Tora, for the first time in years, I feel like I'm building something instead of just managing something. And that's the shift. So your first step is to rename your role. Write this down. I am the architect of a life I love. And say it out loud. Notice how it feels. I am the architect of a life I love. A little uncomfortable? Good. Growth lives right outside of comfort. So again, I am the architect of a life I love. Now, once you have your new identity, you need a simple decision filter. And before you say yes to anything, a meeting, a commitment, a request, ask yourself one question. Does this move me toward the life I'm designing or away from it? That's it. That's the filter. And it's very simple. And this directly connects to the E in best, expectations. So many high achieving women are running on expectations set by other people, their organization, their industry, their family's definition of success. The identity filter is how you start replacing external expectations with internal ones. It's not selfish, it's strategic. And here's how it plays out in real life. Let's say your boss asks you to lead a task force that isn't in your development plan and is going to require about 10 extra hours a week for 6 months. Your old identity might have said, oh, I should say yes, because that shows I'm a team player. The life architect identity says, does this move me toward the life I'm designing? No. What could I offer instead that's a fair contribution? And the answer doesn't have to be no, but it really should be intentional. So the identity filter is, does this move me toward the life I'm designing? That's our identity filter, okay? So step 3, we're going to test and iterate. The week 1 identity experiment. And okay, I love this step because it takes the pressure off of you, okay? You don't have to overhaul your entire life today. You just have to run a 1-week experiment. For 7 days, I want you to live as if you are a life architect. I want you to apply the identity filter to your 3 biggest decisions each day and track what you notice. What gets easier? What feels different? What do you want to say no to? And what do you suddenly feel excited to say yes to? At the end of the week, I want you to debrief with yourself. and ask what did this identity unlock? What did it reveal? And then, of course, this is the S in BEST, which is schedule, and of course, our structure. Meeting the T in BEST, your truth. And when those two things align, something really powerful happens. You stop performing a life and you start living one. So our 7-day identity experiment is we're going to track, notice, and reflect. So there you have it. Life architect, 2 words, 3 steps. Rename your role, apply the identity filter, and run the experiment. This isn't woo-woo. This is behavioral psychology. It's what we call ourselves shapes what we do, and what we do over time shapes who we become. I want you to comment identity shift below, and I'll send you my free 2-page identity shift worksheet. It walks you through all 3 prompts and gives you space to reflect. And of course, if you haven't already, please subscribe to Best Life for weekly content designed specifically for high achieving women 40 plus who are ready to stop settling. I'm Dr. Tora Brown, and your best life, it starts with knowing who you're building it for. Thank you for joining me. I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.